277.
Where did my sister go?
Uh-huh.
No, you don't have to go get her.
A lady knows
Let's let them tell the truth.
We are going to allow lady to answer. Lady.
Who want to come?
That would
Miss
the right
Roro.
thing to do. Right?
Sheila.
Myself, I would say, just first of all, for every woman, I'm sure it's different because like
Tell her, please.
religious reason, side to weight or something, that could be an option. You feel like okay, I'm ready to take it to the next level and be intimate.
Mhm.
With him, so it kind of depends. The
But
great
for
guy,
you-
the great guy portion of it, as far as great
It's
guy
like
is
this
left for
every
interpretation.
show.
But
Every show.
for me, it would. I mean, I would say it just depends. Like I can't say like it's gonna be a week after. It's gonna be a month after. As of right now, I am celibate, so I'm choosing
So
not
do
to
you
have
know
sex.
on site is the question.
If I want to, or if I am,
No.
because that's a different question.
No, what does the question say?
It says, how do you decide to have sex with him?
So tell us how you would decide.
So I just told you.
Just
She
right now.
said it.
Are you a virgin?
So what are you talking
How you gonna
about?
just ask that out of the blue?
I wouldn't even
How you gonna just ask that?
That's not the question.
If you were not
So that is
If you were not celibate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would depend. Like it could. I'm not saying it would be like a month or a week or anything like that. It would just depend on when I feel comfortable enough that I want that to happen. Yes, there has to be chemistry. If you're not nothing,
Thank you.
then if I'm not attracted to you, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. You said, but this says, ladies, if you date a great guy who treats you right, so he could be a great guy who treats me right with no attraction. So it's not gonna happen.
So that's saying
Exactly.
guys that you're not attracted to.
No, what I'm saying.
Listen,
Are you guys attacking me? Is this an attack?
This shouldn't be a attack.
Miss Roro, get in there.
It's just a question.
I could be dating them because they are a great guy and they treat me right, and maybe I'm hoping that something will come of that.
But it's not
But
going
we
though.
got-
Exactly. So then you shut it down.
Okay.
You're gonna have to break the ties.
No, that's
Wait a
true.
minute.
You are absolutely right.
So why you leaving
Yeah.
him down the road?
Right. He thinking he about to get a kiss or
No,
something.
Wait. Well,
We
time
do
out.
have-
Why? Then that would mean that he might be leading on as well. If he believes that certain things are gonna go down without that communication going on. So that's a totally different thing as well. If you're taking me out and you're like, okay, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, all right, I'm about to hit this at the end of the night, and that has never been communicated, and that was your bad, that you thought that was gonna happen just because you bought a meal.
Is that end of the night or end of every night?
Tell him that up front.
You don't have to tell him that. That's
Why
your
would you?
personal.
No,
That's your personal business.
That's your personal business. No. That is going to be no.
Oh, you okay?
See, so then what happens after that? No more dates. What happens after that? No more dates.
Oh, hell no. It depends what you talking about.
Exactly. So
I'm not dating you, so I'm not gonna say that to you because I'm like, you know what? There's some good stuff in between them. No. You know, but on site, you know, you're like, okay, she seems cool, she's visual. Visually, I'm attracted to her. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Now,
so
some
we-
people can get it until they open their mouth. And they start talking and she's like,
wait. Oh, you were talking about for women,
Men too.
but I mean you
Men
took it for the
and
women.
for women.
Okay.
I'm saying, I know, like she said, on site. Go ahead.
Your name.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna just say Miss K.
Okay.
Miss
You
K.
That
have
works.
to say your name.
All right. First, for most women, if you're not celibate, and you know you have that attraction and you're feeling that person, when the woman makes a decision right away from when you first meet someone, whether you give it up on the first date or give it up on the next day. When you meet that person, you already in your mind has already developed that. Oh yeah, I can do this. Yeah. So that's just how. I mean, I see that all the time. That's just how
I
women
can't
are. We know. We make the choice, whether the man force it or not. We make the choice.
All right.
Did you raise your hand because you wanted to say something?
I did.
Okay, you gotta. No, I'm saying you gotta
Did you
talk on
want
the
to?
mic.
Did
That's
you want
all.
to come in?
Say my name and where I'm from, or something like that.
Just
You
you can
can-
say it. You
That's
can
up,
say your
that's up to
name.
you.
Tell us your name and where you from.
My name is
Damani, Baldwin Hills, Los Angeles, by the way, south side of Chicago. As the person who wrote that question, I basically just wanted to know,
okay.
like, when is it okay, you know? And I guess I'm not trying to answer the question, but I'm just giving the question as food for thought because I'm of the assumption that if I, you know, invest my time, my energy, my love, my support, then there's nothing wrong with me wanting, you know, to be intimate with that woman. You know, and so I would like to feel just as wanted as I make her feel wanted. So I just wrote it based on that premise, and so I just wanted to expound on that further. Thank you.
Based on intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Is your relationship based on intimacy?
No, it's definitely not based on intimacy, but let's be real. You know, intimacy makes men and women feel good, and it also. I mean, I'm just being honest.
No, and he is.
And you know, it sometimes takes relationships to different levels, depending on, you know, different variables. So, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Did anyone else?
Ooh,
Anybody
ooh.
else?
I know. I just because you couldn't see me back here, but I did want to help because me and you talk about this all the time. So we talked about being a great guy, right? Now, him being a great guy, is that something that you should deserve? Is that something within being a gentleman that should automatically come that you feel like he owes you to be because he's trying to court you or spend time? And if so, if that's the case, what's wrong with a great guy feeling entitled after he's invested in you with whatever he wants in return? It could be sex, it could be whatever it is. But what's wrong with him feeling entitled to that after he's spent time, because we know we can't get that back, and spent resources because we know he worked for it, and time away from other women because he's chilling with you?
So I'm assuming that was your comment to the masses.
So you
So,
trying to say
anybody else?
Hold on, so you owe him?
Because we want to make sure that everyone is heard. Where the microphone?
Oh, he got the microphone.
Oh, pass that. Say what you said.
I just feel like sex should not be a reward. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, we're doing all the work anyway.
What? Seriously?
No, I'm going to get a reaction. You know, but no, again, it shouldn't be a reward. It's just because, well, that's a whole other story. But I don't think it's in your question. I just don't feel it should be a reward for me taking you out, spending time that she wants to do too. It's just the time that she wants to do it, and that's respect.
Right.
But if it's not, you don't work with it, then she probably make that, you know, first, second date. And if we still want, if we still go, you should let it be known that she should let it be known that she's not really feeling it like that. So we don't be, you know.
So that.
So
Wait, so I want you guys to talk on the mic. So go ahead, pass it over to Tasha.
But
Wait,
she
pass
just said that.
it
There's
to
a great guy that
Tasha.
I'm not attracted to. It's the same thing.
I think it comes down to communication. It's fine for that expect sex because expect sex too. But you gotta communicate on what you willing to put on the table and what you're not. Because yes, you put in money and time, but you do too. Just like the guys do. So it's a matter of communication. I think that you should be honest. If you're not trying to give it up like 6 months, then he definitely should know that. And vice versa. I mean, for real, you shouldn't be just leading him along and let him take you out to meals and thinking that something's gonna come of it, and then nothing comes.
He's closer to you. He's closer to you.
Stretch him out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you could feel it though. Like if the girl's feeling you and you feeling her, like you can feel the physical attraction, touching your chest, doing different stuff. You know, you gonna know. Like it's not gonna be like after you go on a couple days, you gonna know. Like it's just like chemistry is physical. That's my answer.
It is.
I think that she said it like it's a business attraction. I don't think it goes that way. I think it boils down to it's two separate sets of people. There's the smashers and the for the smashers, just they live life reckless. And then for people that's relationshipers, it's a lot more stipulations. Like this person, I think if I really want to be with her, then it's going to be dating.
see all the other stuff that goes on. And then I need like one thing, like her to go to the doctor for the test back. Eventually, we had that discussion like, hey, it might go there one time, but I know you're good. I know I'm good. And when it does happen, but I can't really put a time step on it or say like, hey, it's the first day I want to drink. Yeah,
I need that reimbursement.
You ain't getting it because you didn't pay it.
well, since you want to talk about me personally, yes, it would be to the second day because the first day we're gonna go Dutch. If I like her after she opened her mouth, then I'll pay for the second.
What?
My man.
I heard that.
It might take 3 times. I don't know.
You saved $100 by this.
Really? That's smart. You really get a good treat. And he said red lobster.
Okay. All right. Okay. Was that okay? So
that was cool. I was just coming from the premise because we just finished talking about chivalry, and she felt like chivalry should be entitled as all of us from gentlemen. But she also talked about when chivalry is shown. Now, since it's so rare, you feel me? Now everybody feels like, oh, I love this guy. He's the best guy out there. When it should be automatic from everybody. So if you are naturally a good dude, you feel me? Now you already know that you stand out above the rest because you see how everybody else is treating everybody else. So the expectations come different because I know even though this should be promised, I'm treating you better than the rest. So that's what my premise for asking that question. Go ahead.
all right. So this question is for the fellas. In your opinion, what is worse, physical or emotional cheating, and why?
I'll answer that.
We got 1, 2 takers. Okay.
I know, speaking abroad, people probably say physical cheating is the worst. But I say it like this. We're all human. We all make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And due to situations, things happen. You know, probably something you didn't want to put yourself into. You know, I always tell, I told my last girl this, I said, look, you can cheat on me with eight dudes and 3 women. If you fall in love with somebody else while you in love with me, I can't forgive that. You know what I'm saying? Because emotionally, like, you know, I gave you me and I thought you had me, but you know, physically you made a mistake. You know what I mean? And I can forgive that.
What about?
First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me.
I can't agree with that because I think I would want to be with somebody that has sex emotionally. So if she is out there just doing it to people, then she really doesn't have any standards. So I really want to be with her anyway.
But you said sex emotionally and casual sex. We F without feelings often. Women do too, but
not if we're in a
contrary
relationship.
to popular beliefs, women can do it without feelings also.
But you talking about relationship? Like
We're
we already in a relationship.
I understand that, but
Well,
if she's cheating physically,
well, yeah, it's about the physical cheat.
That's different. But if she's making love to a Negro, now I'm feeling some type of way.
Right. I would definitely say emotionally, because we're flawed people. The flesh is weak, as they say. Things happen, you know, and especially if it's a situation where we're about to get married or we are married and something happens. Do you really just want to throw away all those years because, you know, she smashed somebody else? That's something you got to kind of think about. And I'm not excusing it. Like, yeah, you know,
It's built in.
They're both very hurtful. But if I'm emotionally attached to someone, especially as I get older into my 30s, that's a big deal. I can't rebound from that. So I might be able to consider, okay, you know, you smashed the homie because things just happen. It's 2014. Things happen. I'm not excusing it.
Molly, she was sweating.
Right. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna say emotional. I can't do because man, my emotions are not to be played with.
Yeah, there you go. Good deal.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Ron.
How you doing, Ron?
Georgetown, South Carolina, Southern Board.
All right, Ron.
Question: Is it worse to have someone cheat on you physically or emotionally? You gotta think about it. If what caused that person to even go past that emotional realm to want to physically hurt you? You already lost them emotionally once they make that physical action. So, okay, so caveat on that, but look at it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? As you know, yes, people make mistakes. People get themselves in different situations. But when you're in love and you're supposed to be at a certain place and not at a certain place and stuff like that, doesn't matter the time. You just don't do it because your emotions should not.
Go ahead.
I agree.
I'll culminate.
I actually disagree. The reason I disagree is because, like, everybody knows sex is not always emotional. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? I've had, you know, a one night stand. Like, I don't remember certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And we all kind of do, you know? So my point is, sex is not always emotional. That's a big misconception, is that, you know, women fall in love after sex or men fall in love after sex. No. You know what I'm saying? It was cracking that night, and then now it's over. So, that's why we disagree.
But okay, so that person is true. So that person, so your mate, your wife, is somewhere where it's cracking without you. Somewhere where it's cracking without you. That might happen, right? That might happen.
That might happen.
You're not supposed to have.
We're not talking about wives. We're talking about girlfriends.
There's nothing wrong with talking about a wife.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with talking about a wife. It doesn't matter if you're a wife, girlfriend. You know.
Sit down.
It says, in your opinion, what is worse, physical, emotional, cheating, and why?
Right.
So it could be in a marriage. It could be not in a marriage.
So reality. If it's boyfriend girlfriend, I think that it does have more of a risk of that happening. But then when you think about it, if your relationship is not on that strong emotional basis anyway, then why get mad? Why be mad? What?
Well, I get what you're saying. He's saying
You gotta get on the mic.
No.
From
my understanding, what he's saying is, if you are in a relationship, you should not be anywhere where you might happen to sleep with somebody. You shouldn't be out in the club or doing certain things when you're in a relationship. Or if you're married, you do things with your. It's not reality. It is reality. No, your decisions you make.
At the end of the day, we're all adults and we make choices and decisions, and it comes down to your personal values and beliefs. And if you're with someone, whether it's dating or not, the hurt is the same. If somebody cheated on me, we were dating, versus somebody cheated on me, we were married, it's still gonna hurt me the same. It's still gonna bother me the same. It will. Look, I just got a divorce over 20 years. I was married for 20 years, and my ex he cheated. It didn't matter. We were in high school, we had 2 kids, we married for 20 years. At the end of the day, it still hurts. It does not matter whether it's emotional or physical, because it's a commitment you make to that person in that relationship. They both hurt the same. I mean, don't get me wrong, because I know chicks can do it and then not be emotional, just like guys can do it and not be emotional. But it's still a sense of betrayal, regardless.
Betrayal.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to distinguish between emotional and physical cheating, because they kind of intermingle. Like, if somebody cheats on you, it's going to affect you emotionally, right? Yeah. If they cheat on you emotionally, whatever question was, that might affect you physically. It's hard to decipher between those two. So it's hard for me to say which one is worse. They both hurt.
Like I said, I still stick to the emotional. You know, but you have made a comment or something about if they love you like that, they wouldn't hurt you. Like, I'll give you this analogy.
Don't even do it.
And to touch on that, why would your wife be somewhere where it's, well, I'm one of those, I want whoever I'm with to have a life. You feel me? I'm gonna send you to Vegas with your homegirl. You feel me? Here you go, spend that. Go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Go to Jamaica. You know, but like I said, that's when the trust and other things come in. You get what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. But emotionally, if you fall in love with someone else, then that would probably hurt more than you out. This happened. I don't really remember it. I don't even know his name. He was like, okay, I can deal with that because this is the analogy I'm gonna get to you. We all have parents in here that love us dearly, or somebody that cared for us growing up, and I'm sure we all disappointed them or hurt them at some point in life. But that did not mean we did not love them with all that we had.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really change if you're dealing with somebody that you're kissing in the mouth opposed to somebody that you're kissing on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? You still have love for them. It's a different love, yeah, but it's still love, and if it's genuine, it's grounded in love, which we still don't know the definition of that is anyway. So, you know, I'm leaving it at that.
I think it's that's enough.
I mean, things that you say is definitely true, definitely valid. You know, there's an element of trust to allow your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend to do certain things and have fun, stuff like that, without tripping and being worried about, you know, her stepping out. But the moment, see, you gotta understand, before you do anything outwardly, there's a manifestation inwardly to cause that action.
I mean, we're not in disagreement to that. We're saying which is going to hurt more, emotional or physical.
So the thing about it is that regardless, you know, they did something, you know, that they I guess fall in love or fall to like someone emotionally and don't do anything physically, is the fact that that thought has injected into their mind, into their heart. So it's kind of like we say, it's this, they go one and one. Physically, you go out, you step out, you step out on a lot of things. You made that choice, you made that decision. You decided to disown my trust.
No, because we do a lot of thoughtless things.
No, there's a thought. There's a thought.
No, we do a lot of thoughtless things.
No, you just thought. You just help.
No.
Not like that. You don't slip and fall like that.
No. Sometimes we react. It's not really a thought process in between there. React. Come on, man.
I understand what you're saying. I would say, me personally,
you ain't gonna fall on no thing. I ain't saying that. So that's what you saying. You gotta walk in the room and slip on this. How did that get there? I didn't know that was there. No. I'm not saying that. You know, the kind of reaction and we kind of just go with whatever's going on, but it's not premeditated. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's manifested. But I'm not going to judge somebody for doing something.
Hey, check.
Shawnee.
That's cool, baby. Just go. We done.
My name's Lamar.
How you doing,
I think
Lamar?
of it this way. Emotionally, what if I found a letter my wife or girlfriend and she was writing this emotional letter to another man? And then I think about it what if I walked in on her having sex with another man? How would I feel in that instant? Which one would I be more angry with? And I tend to say if I caught my wife or girlfriend in bed with another man, I'd be a little bit more angry than if I found a love note.
Because that's physical, but it's physical. But if she's writing a love note,
that's emotional. Yeah,
that's why he's separating the two. But
come get this cat.
I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot more people who flipped out when they thought they mate in bed with another mate than finding a love note or a
visual. It's a visual. It didn't hurt. It was enraging. That pissed me off.
This is B. I really don't make I don't make a distinction between the two. I view it all as emotional cheating, you know, because that's reckless disregard for my emotions. If you land up with somebody, you know, so I don't really make the distinction, man. Both of them, you know, both of them are bad. But I mean, man, if I had to visualize the two and think which one would probably lead to me going to prison, it would probably be
All right, you had the last comment on that one.
Okay, so I think we can definitely agree that there's a point of no return at some point. Whatever you do to me, if you're my significant other, it's going to hurt me emotionally. But he and I promoted for a long time, and I was always tell the girlfriend at the time would say, hey, you can go and dance with whoever you want to, feel me? But if I see you sitting down in a club full of people talking to this one dude while everybody else is functioning, something's wrong here. You know what I mean? And to me, that hurts a little more. But beyond that, I would have to say it's closer to being emotional. Because granted, if you walk in on anybody, the impulsive thing for you to do is to get irate and whatever you have. If you don't have self-control in that moment to assess things like you going to prison, then you will go to prison. But at the same time, the next day, because if you can, we all recover from death to a certain extent. Death is the worst as it get. Granted, when we hurt and lose that person that we love, that part of us dies. But if she cheats on you, a week or two goes by, you feel me? You'll find time to reckon with her, like, you know what, or figure out the rationale behind it. So, but impulsiveness that's completely different. Emotional, because it's longevity. You feel me? It's no different than like we talked about a little while ago with men and women and how it hurts one. I said, look, we internalize things way more than what women even know. The things that we don't speak of are the things that hurt us the most. The reason why we get back up on horses and go back and break our arm or play football and get hurt is because we know that that's for a fraction of a second. We're gonna go to the doctor. It's gonna be fixed. It's cool. But emotional, that's a longevity. I know women have been with some men and you had this big, strong man and he had a prick on his finger and he done nagged you to death about this little bitty prick. It's because it keeps hurting. It doesn't go away. And that's what emotion do to you. So yeah, of course, at some point, there's no point of no return with us. You can just be looking at the other dude wrong and it's like, you know what? I'm hurt emotionally. But when you sit down and think about it, because we can all get over a physical act, at some point they all become measured the same, but I would have to say emotional. But well, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. A lot of us can't, but when you find someone that you love that much, you would think twice about it, especially seeing how you would think back in your day, if depending on how you believe in equality and karma. Well, I didn't cheat on her, but I cheated on somebody else, or I made the mistake on somebody else that I love. She didn't forgive me. I really love her. I wish she had forgave me. I'm gonna forgive her, but you'd have to love her that much to do so. No, it's not about it. We're not justifying anything.
Yeah, that's not okay, bro. That sound like
No. And okay. All of this is foul play.
Yeah. Well, next question.
You done? All right. Ladies, why do you take bad advice from single or salty friends? Salty friends.
Salty friends.
Who wrote that?
Who has the microphone?
Microphone.
Oh, I have the microphone.
That's typically so bad. Because they be the ones. Girl, you don't need that nigga. Why?
I'm Crystal from San Diego. I think it takes a while. I think every girl's gonna go through that point where you're just gonna go to your girls automatically and try to take that advice, and it takes you getting older or seeing their situations to kind of come to yourself like, maybe everything you say ain't Bible. But I think that every woman is gonna go to that point where you go straight to your girls and you just try to take all the advice you can get, and until you get smarter, that's, or trial and error, that's what you're gonna use. So I just think that's what we do.
Anyone?
I mean, that's Ms. Robo.
Wonderful.
Oh, she got it.
Where's our music?
I'm gonna save this question because I know who wrote it, and he's not even down here. Where he at?
How do you know?
I know he said he wrote the other one. It's the same handwriting. I'm a teacher, so I can recognize him. You want me to read it anyway?
Just hold off on it. Just hold it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that to this. Okay, men. Why can't you remember birthdays, and why is it not important to remember?
That sounds personal.
Any takers?
You leave him alone. He has a lot of things on his mind.
No, honestly speaking, man. Okay, if I could say this in defense of that person, I try to make a point to remember important dates, but we are human. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for me, I'm gonna give you a Saturday for me. Friday I go. We have a game. Coach high school football. I have a game, and I'll go to work from 8 to 5, and then that Saturday night or something, I'll go to sleep in the church parking lot because I play drums too. So go sleep church parking lot. Boom. Wake up. Go to church. Go to another service. And then have to take a nap and then go DJ that same night just to do it all over again. Sometimes I forget what day it is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't be knowing. And if you remembered everything, then you in the wrong profession. You here with us. You know what I'm saying?
I think sometimes the expectations are just different for women and men. Women expect you sometimes to celebrate their birthday for the whole month. Whereas
there's nothing wrong with
that. They don't
that.
really make big deals out of it. You might get a shirt or a tie or something, and that's it. So I don't think it's that we necessarily forget. We may not just go all out and have a big extravaganza like you picture in your head. Or
we don't care as much as you do.
Well, I would just say that I don't know who wrote the question. I know I feel like my birthday is important. And I don't know for the other ladies if their birthdays are important. But I feel like knowing that a woman feels that her birthday is important, that should be something that if you're in a relationship with her, that you set aside to make sure that that's handled because of the fact that that's important to her. But you would know that because you're in a relationship with her. Now, if you don't know that her birthday is important to her and you're in a relationship with her, then I think that that's a problem.
I think that females cheat due to the fact that, especially with technology, they think about this stuff and look forward to that day to make sure that the guy either remembers or forgets so they can say something about it. So they put it like in their phone as reminders. They got like these journals and these calendars and they put it on there and they be like, did he forget? And then it's like,
that's something we're supposed to do that on your phone.
Working and going through his days, like he just named off. I don't even know what he named off, but he named off a lot of stuff. And he doesn't have a calendar. I bet you. And
he has a calendar on his phone.
I don't use it. He don't use it.
I just gotta say you don't use that.
His day and he does all this different stuff.
He's gonna remember what's important.
Yeah,
that's not true.
People may kind of remember what's important.
Like I said,
guys and females.
Like I said, you do, but sometimes you forget. You human.
I've been with my husband for many years, and he has forgotten my birthday many years.
Leave him alone.
But I didn't like the question, but it's okay. I know that he's not like, oh, I hate my wife. I don't care for her. I'm gonna forget her birthday. It's just like, hey, don't forget my birthday is coming. FYI, I don't think it's a guy's intention to hurt us or something like that if he forgets our birthday. If he forgets our birthday, I don't think it's a really big deal. I don't think it's a big deal if he forgets my birthday. I let him know what I want to do, so we go do it. I remind him so he doesn't forget. But we're parents of 4 kids. He's a teacher. We have a lot going on, and we don't know what day of the week it is. Sometimes, like he said, and that's true. He works hard and he takes care of me. I'm not worried about him forgetting my birthday because I'm getting taken care of 365 days of the year.
Ooh. I didn't get on that
one. I think like when the relationship is fresh, then it's more important to you, the woman's birthday. But as you've been together for more years, and more stuff comes up, more stuff on your agenda, like she was saying, and you just get more comfortable. You don't have to impress her anymore or anything. But if you forget her birthday, you can make up for it on another day.
Are you ready?
Anyone else? Okay, so I pulled this one out before, and Damani, I feel like you wrote it. You can say you didn't. But it just looks like your handwriting. How do the ladies feel about the image of light-skinned black men?
I think that was a ratio. I think that was more about a ratio as opposed to who wrote it.
It's just a matter of preference and attraction. Just like guys are. I mean, I've always been attracted to dark complexion guys. That's just how it is. No, it's just what I'm attracted to. My dad was like, maybe because my dad was like, I don't know. But it's always been darker guys. And then some guys are more attracted to women with long hair. It's actually just a preference and attraction.
Real.
I'm recording this for Andre.
Okay, so my preference is also I love dark skinned men, and that's because.
Take your time.
I think white is some people and some soft my skin. And I'm saying, I mean, they all growing up. It's a post. And when I say this, you know, so something soft and something nice, and on some of the now it comes out, you know, like something soft, but it's different. You know, so like you mentioned, the first thing you mentioned was the bars. You said the bars. So when we think, I think light skinned men, they think of like, you know, looking kind of real, pretty soft, you know, eye makeup, all, you know, kind of a thing. So it goes both ways. It goes, you know, but I agree.
Oh, my bad. Well, I mean, obviously, been dark. I just felt like even growing up, even dark. I want men Sharpie mark. You know what I'm saying? So of course, that's what I'm saying. Even with the woman, it's the same thing. So, you know. And then you're dark. That's like
We got this. I feel like we got the same strike. Maybe I'll tell you why. Light skinned men are looked at like softer, less masculine, or they metrosexual, like all of that. Light skin, you know, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of brothers that are. It's like
they try to go though.
We got the same circumstance, but see how in your mind you already got set like, oh man, light skin, you got it good.
I was a light skin, like real kind of light.
Right.
Like light as you.
Right, I got you. It's a term of endearment. I mean, and I guess my point, that's whacked. That's why I designed questions to give all of these stereotypes. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of them,
you just said. Don't be just what you just said. That's crazy. This nigga looking at me crazy.
And that might be, and that's because that chip is on your shoulder. Because of the stigmatism that comes with a light skin black man.
Right.
So us being black and everybody has a chip on their shoulder, we're beautiful people, and we just kind of need to embrace each other. You know? But I'm guilty. We are all guilty. I prefer dark skin. You know? Opposites attract. You know, that's just what I'm attracted to. You know. Hey, melt your mouth and not your hand. But anyway, let me get a mic to my fellow light skinned brother. Sit together. You got some cool days. And I think like you know,
I ain't got no money. Hair.
But man, I think like it's cool that we feel like bring because you get more like that. Like I think you have read.
Yes, well said. I just wanted to share this with you. I don't know if you guys remember we went to a comedy show. I thought he said he was white skinned and like he came in dancing and all that. And then he was like, you know, you think about it. He's like, you've never seen a homeless light skinned person.
Damn.
And I was like, that's low key shady. But then when I thought about it, I've never really seen a light skinned homeless person. He was like, because we don't. He was basically saying that light skinned people don't fall, and, you know, dark skinned people are. But I mean, it was a funny joke.
Record now, everyone is.
I just asked.
Y'all gonna have to get him a hug before they go.
Hold up.
Did you want to say something? You don't.
It doesn't matter the color for me.
I feel like he's entitled.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't think it doesn't matter to me. No.
Wait.
What?
Chalk it out.
But it feel like it's better than somebody. It's better than the you know, that's why. Most life is not but
Watch out.
All right, she's done. Next question.
I don't think. Hold on.
no, I got it now. I'm a
You only prefer just dark skin? That's what you just said.
That was her affirmative action try.
She prefers.
Opposed to.
I mean,
she's not opposed to.
It really doesn't matter to me.
What's your name?
I dated light skin. I've dated dark skinned. I dated all different types of, men who were light, dark, and, I dated a vato.
I said, what's your name?
Don't trip. I dated a vato too. Don't trip.
Imani, I'm pretty sure somebody's called. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you finished.
Yo, it's okay. Go ahead. I'm just saying, I don't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're dark skinned or light skinned. Yeah, exactly. It all depends on how you get treated. As I said, I dated light skinned brothers. I dated dark skinned brothers.
That's what it should be about.
You don't have to be dark or light. It doesn't matter to me.
But anyway, he did tell you our ace booms are light skinned, 2 of them. When we go out, and this I'm pretty sure every dark it's 6 of us. You know what I mean? They mulatto. Bam. So that's just how the group look like. They were like, oh God, cute. The 2 light skins are cute. And you get to him, he cute too for a dark skin. I'd be like, damn. Boom. So it's. No, but I agree.
I like to say,
I agree.
And to say somebody ugly to be light skinned is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, like Nick said, it's really and it's mental. I wouldn't say mental slavery. I would just say slavery. Yeah. Because
I don't give a damn what you like.
excellent point. And that's exactly what I'm society is beast.
You know what? Hold up. You said, hold up. Hold on. You said, hold on.
You SB.
You said it doesn't matter to you. Hold on.
Hold that thought.
Wait a minute.
I want to hear from a new voice.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Of course it's me.
But I go back to my husband. All growing up. Had not, I guess, that.
It's also the reciprocal too. Just growing up here, you just think light skin is close to the white skin, just the fair skin or the right skin. And then growing up, my brother told me young, I just love a light girl named Brittany. He's like, she's ugly, but he's 5 years older than me. And as soon as I turned 18, I seen Brittany. She's ugly. And it just happened now. You darker skinned women. Huh?
You just told her name all up on the radio.
What did it say? Oh.
He said that's not her name.
Listen, Brittany.
Nah, it was random. It was random. I think it was.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You show me Beyonce. I'm not saying she's not, but the thing is, even when they tell first, Kelly's fine. Always.
Yeah. But Kelly just looked better than her, period.
I don't know what it is. I mean, they all stereotype about light-skinned people as far as it's all they all step up. But at the same time, I mean, that's a general thing, but at the time, I can speak for light-skinned women. They love themselves. Like, I mean, and especially when it's coming from when it's a dark-skinned man trying to talk to him like, wait, so it's crazy. Like, separation the crazy everybody because at the end of the day, if you're business you profit. Right? I mean, so that's how I see it.
You know, it's so funny. You know what? I wish.
I love this. I'm coming right to you.
Answer y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's like a dark to other cultures, it's all the same. You know, but our culture is the subculture of, you know, dark skinned people, light skinned people are that, you know, in the middle, brown people are that. And then even slavery, how, you know, more light skinned, black people
in the house.
Living in, they were inside, in the house, where, you know,
you was outside.
Would be outside. You know what I'm saying? Probably would. We're gonna need some cotton ASAP. So
because I was built.
No, but you're not Nigerian, man. Don't try to go.
You're not doing shit.
Hey, that's a stereotype.
I do not go such a talk like that.
But no, I'm just saying it's a stereotype.
Oh.
I know this is a bad topic didn't come up, but for those who say they light they dark we have discussion about this for dark.
You know,
I gotta disagree as far as not me personally. I use myself. I just really prefer dark skin. You know, it's based on the physicality. Yeah, you put the oil on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
You know, the shining.
Like a glazed donut.
You can look at yourself, but nah, it's just beautiful. It's not necessarily. No, I'm just making fun. We all black, man. We gotta unite.
You know what? Hold up. You know what? Go ahead.
Hey, that's it.
Like being dark skinned, I agree.
Wait a minute. I was like, did he call himself dark skinned?
Honey, have you looked in the mirror? Have you looked in the mirror? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. I feel. You know what? I was. Go ahead first.
Some real life gripping.
Yeah. That's so.
Like the light skins happy here. Yeah, I know. They still get past.
Not even.
Hey.
You know what? I feel really bad for a friend of mine who haven't dated a guy, actually somebody who's her race for like almost about 20 years now. Because every black guy. Too bad you guys was not around when she was around. She's actually almost in her 40s, but she stopped dating her own race because there was almost every black guy would reject her, and she was around actually your color. Her sister is light skinned. She got a half sister. She's about light skinned, and most of the guys will always go to her sister more than they would go to her because she was dark. And after that, it's like every guy she was with, they always rejected her. They never actually had no respect for her. So she stopped dating her own race, and she stopped dating her own race back in 1997, I think. 97 or 98 was the last person she ever dated was a black guy that she ever You think so? No, she was dating somebody who had potential, or she was dating just an ordinary guy. How was that?
And you know, it's kind of contradictory to what I'm saying. I do that. I like a white or I would be saying a black woman because I think everybody experience that black. Yeah, that you know that black woman that. And I know that I would treat that black woman like.
And you know what? And they
we
have.
Look at them as,
hold on. And they hold on.
Black or white or whatever. Looks at her like I would
Nubian
or
queen.
Regular day.
And you know what? They have. And they have. That's what I'm trying to say. She dated somebody who was Greek. She started to date outside her race. She dated somebody who was white, Greek, Arabian. She dated Hispanic. She dated somebody who was Israeli. I mean, she had all these different types of other guys who was outside her race, and they treated her beautiful. You know, and you know. No, I think so.
All right,
didn't
so
work
you be the
out
last
for
woman.
but she still treated her more people than any other
BJ
guy. And
has
I don't
the
know if
last
because it was the
comment.
90s or what, but you know. Go ahead.
If you look at it, you'll find trash.
All right, so men, you're out with your wife, your girlfriend, or on a date. Why do you always look at another woman as they walk by?
That's natural.
Because you look at
There we go. Want to be the first one? Go ahead.
honestly, it's you know what I'm saying? Now, if we don't look, y'all gonna be looking to see, right? You know what I'm saying? It's always stuff, but I like. That's just, but you look like, you know, because you know, and then because I tell you when you say thing, you know, like it's like, and she damn near he buckled. I saw it. Okay, he buckled. I had to grab her, you know, are you okay? Because the name. But you know what I'm saying. About you know what I'm saying? So, just expanding, or you might not team, you might still want to somebody somewhere.
Mm.
I do that all the time. I do it.
Yeah. No, they do.
That's
they
true.
do.
That's
they do.
absolutely true.
That is true.
That's very true.
All day. They want to.
What you mad I told you? Y'all be watching. Yeah.
Well, I think also maybe I don't know. If I don't know the question, but women obviously see her. It may not. I don't know if it's before you see her or not. She sees her, and she probably also looking like, I wonder if he tries to check her out, get her, whatever. Or women measure themselves up against other women all the time. So I mean, it doesn't even. I mean, it doesn't have to be in like, oh, I'm not good enough type of way. But I mean, when you become confident in yourself, you can see another like, oh, she's really pretty, or she does have a nice body, and then you keep it moving. Not like, you know, not, but I would think like he should be able to recognize it well. Now, if he's looking, trying to slide all the extra stuff, then that's a problem. But I mean, it wouldn't bother me.
But it bothers most.
Because I'm gonna look at that.
Too bad.
Okay, and forgive me if I'm wrong. I believe the question the way that it should be. But for women, do you want a man that doesn't want children?
Doesn't want.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't want children or doesn't have, or don't have them.
Oh, okay.
I already have kids, so now I'm looking for somebody
You said they're in college? Why you I thought you would have probably been like, if I would have saw you on the street, I thought you would have been 25 or something. Like
I'm not gonna say no names, but like somebody I know. I don't think that's fair. Because just because you have kids, doesn't mean that you're like that. Kids don't have their mom trauma. They don't have that
somebody who doesn't have kids or want kids, you can't be as fun. I don't want to hear them saying, "Oh, let's go to Santa Monica." No, see, I don't have to deal with that. I want to get up and a man should be his priority. They should always come first and be priority. You know, you want that and stuff, then don't deal with that. Like, go out with kids because the kids are priority. Most women that want a man without kids are and they want it to be all about them. I'm just saying. I'm
respect that. You just can't say that. Everybody.
I said that everyone.
So some room for her. There we go. Pass the mic. Selfishness is not a good point.
That is not selfishness.
That's not selfishness.
I wouldn't date a man for kids. I wouldn't. I don't have to. So if I want to be, I want to do a path with that person. So I don't want you to come to my life with another path. And I have to deal with it. And then I would have to deal with that extra. And I don't want to deal with that extra because I want you to walk myself.
You know what? I can understand that. You know what? I was just telling. I just said that. Hold up. You know.
I'm gonna agree. Disagree. I can say. And then I that so I think and they and when I took what I did,
you better come head on.
You can't put on us, but they have to get not that's but
you know, somebody told me. I said that in the broadcast. I said that in the broadcast like last week. I said that in the broadcast. Somebody gave me advice because one day I dated somebody who had a 3-year-old daughter and had little baby mom drama and stuff. And my friend of mine told me, she said, "Robin, you do not want somebody who already have a pre-made family." She said, "You want to start off with somebody who don't have kids, fresh, new. You got to start a family on your own." And at first, in the beginning, I was like, I didn't agree with it. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I do want somebody. I do want a kid of my own. You know.
All it says.
What?
I mean, that's too. You don't know dudes, but check this out. You're not on the side because kids. Actually, like or say sister
still
or
kids.
brother. But what I'm saying is they're making a purpose. I mean, it's not. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I agree with you.
But like sister guy, and you not be, it's still. You know what I mean? See,
But
that's
this
why
was
you
his
gotta-
daughter,
You
though.
gotta break it down. You know what I mean? So
But that was different. That's
and then,
different.
I mean, that's kind of going to talk about the whole thing about stereotypes and all races. We box ourselves in. So it's mental stuff. It's not slavery.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
the adopted kids, and that's
who's next?
true.
Give it a mic.
I mean, it's not wrong. That's a different situation. The adoption and everything else is a different situation. But but that was his own daughter. But go ahead.
It's not that it's just at a certain point,
like
say, that's the feel. And that, my age,
choosy.
Yeah, you can be choosy. Yeah, be choosy.
But
20 years old, you say, yeah, I want to be, but that's reasonable. But, not some of
the majority.
Well, I missed part of something, but I just want to jump in. Are you guys talking about kids still?
Yeah.
And the not preference and all that stuff. I think that the major thing doesn't have to be passion in the circumstance in which she's going to put just that. So if there is a crazy mom or a situation that is maybe too much for her to deal with, like really having to have attitude with another person, it's like it's not that deep. Like if it didn't work out, or we had a conversation about this last night, this morning, and basically it's like I feel like for a man who has children, if he decided to go dating, they don't have to, like should have a situation. Like, baby mama shouldn't be able to call her potential, cuss her out, show up at the house, do all those different things. And then you also have to remember that if that woman is going to be a child's life, then that other woman has to be okay with that. So it's like you really have to like communicate two different ways. Because as a woman, if I had children and now I'm not going to die, and he's going to have my children, woman, then that's kind of like a sacred thing as well. So it becomes a bigger situation. I don't think that you should just X out the situation, but it is a lot. That's what I'm saying. Right. Well, I'm saying like
that's a different situation.
I think it just depends on the woman, but as you said, Tasha. You don't want to start off low. And that's what I was going to agree with. I think that's.
Dealing with. Now, It goes back to your choices and who you dealing with. Now, hey, now
77.
You cannot say, I hear what you're saying, though, but at the same time, you cannot say, what?
But if for her, it's not going to get that far.
Now, see, there you go.
But I'm just telling you.
You keep going and putting parameters.
know what?
Hey.
I want to make sure I read it right.
Looks like a paragraph.
Okay. In the war between sex and love, women say sex brings feelings. Truth is, that's only when the sex is good. Where are those feelings when the sex is bad? I know people that never got a call back.
What are the feelings when the sex is bad?
One more time. In the war between sex and love, women say sex brings feelings. Truth is, that's only when the sex is good. Where are those feelings when the sex is bad? I know people that never got a
I have no problem.
All right. Okay. I guess it's obvious I wrote the question. I did. So what? I don't care. He told him you were a bitch. Okay?
He said paragraph.
No, so here's I'm always, you know, so I because you know I don't I start that's you know what I'm saying? Because if it's weak, you be like, what? And we back to that butt. You get what I'm saying? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They always play love. Now it's he cool, he good, but I ain't feeling like that. Why? Because he bit the clitoris? You know? I'm just saying. So, you know, I guess that's the question. You okay? You good?
We need you to rebut.
Yeah. Anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Wait, no, it's your question.
I don't remember.
What was your point? That's what she wants to know.
Okay, look. So, I guess, why do you say
How much of wait.
It's your own question.
I know what I'm trying to say, but I think
I'm trying to see how much is the correlation between good love and bad sex? And you know, what's the importance between them?
Well, he said he's not saying that.
And you probably saying it in your mind is right. Read it again.
In the war between sex and love, women say sex brings feelings. Truth is, that's only when the sex is good. Where are those feelings when the sex is bad? I know people that never got caught.
Hold up. So
wait, are you just to try and clarify? Are you saying that?
I got it, but I get what I understand what you're saying, but
it was only the sex that they had the feelings about.
You don't know somebody who gave bad D and she was still in love.
Yeah. Where are those feelings?
Where's the correlation between?
Right. If it was love before, is that what you're saying?
If there was love before, as I said, that's
right.
the only reason why because I have feelings. That's why we have sex. You're lying. Okay. As soon as you got down there, like those feelings left with you.
So as soon as he came, she like, okay, I'll call you in the near future. Yeah.
You ain't no laying down, you don't get in the shower. You got your wipes in your purse. You know what? I gotta get to work. I'm gonna talk to you later. Wow. Gotta go. I'll call you.
Not if she
on your way home, you on the phone. You know, y'all say something like
Hey, y'all.
The only way, the only way a woman would probably tolerate that if she was just in love with you in general.
That's my point.
Yes, I
Hear
mean,
what I'm saying.
but I mean, I know that's what
So
I'm
you were
saying.
making a point.
If
You
she
weren't answering
loves
the
you,
No.
if she loves you and the sex is bad and she still coming back, that means she's gonna love you for you, regardless of what the sex. That's what I'm trying to say.
My question is, what you say before I even lay down with you? I mean, I only can lay down with you if I feel you, to have sex. That's what they say. You said, and then, oh, sex brings feelings. Sex only brings feelings. You.
Yeah. When the woman.
That's when she's like, oh, I love it. I love this. You know what I'm saying? But if it's bad, she's like, oh.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
so
but
the sex really
that's what I'm trying to say.
The sex really
Yeah.
emotional to good fit.
To keep it plain.
Come on, man. Let your sister talk. She knows.
Okay.
Let your sister talk. Give her the mic.
She won't take the mic.
Hey, take the mic, Fred.
Get it correct.
Yes.
Push it in.
How do you? Because I'm or say that's but I just hey, did you touch?
Hey, I was trying to
get
keep that
married?
part of it out of it. But since you went there, I still want to say that. I don't I need to know yeah. I need to know, you know what I'm saying? I need to know your spontaneous desire. And just real quick, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm down with with me. I'm gonna be a big every time. Batman, I'm about to fly here and punch you in whatever the case may be. But if you're not matching that, how do I with a gang of hard?
I don't know how to answer the first question, but the second question, I think that because that is a big part of it, and you need to have. So I think that, and I think a lot of things that you do,
How about you pull the audience in here? By show of hands.
What?
Women. Fit them. Is your hand up too? I was asking if her hand up too.
Hell to the end, girl.
We can't see y'all upstairs.
We got two. How many votes?
Look.
You're not gonna be perfect. still not gonna be perfect.
It's always going to be married that you work on. Married, get married, the assumption that you're going to be married, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be married, and it's going to be a lot. This person needs to work on, or this person needs to work on, and it's not, you know, you know, if you're gonna be married till you die, it's just something that you work on, and you know.
That's what I'm saying. I need to know what I'm working with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be working with Mother Teresa. You know?
If they really argue,
it should be.
Why not? I think you know, whatever you how you sleep. It's a lot of it's the process, the journey. Even sex. So I know good people get great. If you know how to work the body, how to work the best out. That's what I'm saying. If you're not, you're really working stuff. Marriage never ends. Always growing.
Now, I would assume that to be true. And we like, oh, we married. Now we start working. That would be so true if it was that. I'm saying if we've been courting each other, now we there. You feel me? And I'm saying like this part ain't gonna work. We're not gonna have that time. Like, I like this nigga enough to marry him for the rest of my life. Is what I'm saying. Ain't shit to work on, but how we gonna be with each other? We change together. We work on that. I don't want you to change. You. Together and things happen after that. We work on those things. Okay, put this here, put this here. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure that out. What I'm talking about y'all met when y'all 15, 22, whatever. In between that time, all this shit. You feel me? To figure out like, hey, do this. Okay, this is what I want for the rest of me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's my argument. She was saying we went to marry.
Because really was the bad day.
Please, somebody move it.
But those are two different questions. He raised another question.
That was so true. If we were already married, now we have to start the journey together. Sometimes we don't walk together and straight up. We gotta figure out. But that's after we already married. I'm talking about how do we get to the goddamn marriage wall? Once we get to the marriage wall, I need to know that when we go party, we party. You know what I'm saying? When we get back to the house, I'm gonna be able to feel this thing. Miss Parker coming in here, throwing some things on. You know what I'm saying? I need to know this person. You keep that spark in your Y'all missing the whole goddamn. We gotta climb that. And like I said, if the women say, like, oh, I do this, that, that, you know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? All that shit goes right up to everything, man. Yeah. Now see, that's yeah. I guess that is the question. If you don't test the water and you be successful, if you're willing to put substance in.
I'm sorry. I think that. Your question, like, state that where sex back. And I think the love never there, sex love back. I mean, before sex back play. Because, yeah, because I know if I feel I love me, then usually sex show it why sex. Sex for I think most of the time, I mean, sometimes it's good. A lot of times, sometimes it's still, you know, she likes, but I just think the love so.
It's an excuse to have sex. Okay, no. Now let me ask you. You can deal with okay sex. You can deal with eye sex, but not that great sex. But you can't deal with that. You feel me? Especially if you know what I'm saying? Oh, he did get up, or he was lack thereof, or he came too fast, too fast. You know what I'm saying? Now, but that's what after 3 times, I'm like, man, you gonna start dead in the bed. But she cannot talk to a nigga for having a kid. So she won't talk to a dude for having a kid. Come on. It's the equipment. Yes, and if she wants that security. That's like that's like having an old ass man that that's a game of security. What kind of sex do you have?
And so he said, check this out. So he great. Dude suck. So what's good? Sex and money. Not saying you're like, you know, money suck. Like, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. No. But just see, you're misconstruing FICO score with handling your money. This credit can be great, but it's still terrible.
That sounds like that show. What's that show? Hold on. What's that show? What's that show? Who the Did I Marry? You know that? Hold on. You know that show? Who the bleep did I marry? And there was an episode that is so funny. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. She asked you a question. Go ahead.
Discuss, of course, but guess what? Discuss fine. That doesn't. It's like like sports, right? This will sound great, but then how money stuff. So, but so
maybe that's why they were together in the first place, so she can have. Cause he making all this.
Still talking about the same thing.
I don't know that do. That has nothing to do with that.
Sure.
I can.
Want to move on to the next one?
Okay. So what
Yes, you want to tell me? You want to
you don't even know that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking like, third.
Next Monday at 8.
Oh, really?
To 10 p.m. It's special broadcast. You still hear more talk in the background because our conversation.
That's what I want to know.
And make sure you go on to Facebook and like our page, Urban Nation Radio.
It sounds like everybody is back. It's all the way is great. You really know it's great. You love it, but money is huge. Any relationship. But it's possible.